1. Formation of the first cell. The first cell likely emerged from simpler organic molecules through a series of complex chemical reactions. Early Earth, about 4 billion years ago, had the right conditions for the creation of such molecules. Scientists believe that chemical evolution, organic compounds such as amino acids and nucleotides, the building blocks of proteins and nucleic acids like DNA and RNA, could have formed in Earth's early oceans. Experiments such as the famous Miller-Urey experiment in 1953 demonstrated that when energy, such as lightning, was applied to a mixture of gases believed to be present in early Earth's atmosphere, these building blocks of life could be synthesized. RNA world hypothesis. One of the leading theories about the origin of life is that the first self-replicating molecule was RNA ribonucleic acid. RNA can store genetic information and catalyze chemical reactions, making it a likely candidate for the early form of life before the development of DNA and proteins. Formation of membranes. For life to emerge, it wasn't enough for organic molecules to simply exist. These molecules had to be contained and organized. The formation of lipid bilayers, which could form primitive cell membranes, might have happened spontaneously. These membranes would have enclosed molecules, creating an early form of the cell. 2. Where did life in the cell come from? Life as a chemical process. Life, at its core, is a series of chemical reactions that can sustain themselves and reproduce. The first cell likely wasn't alive in the way we think of modern cells, but it had the capability to replicate and carry out basic metabolic processes. Life could have started as simple molecules that could copy themselves, and over time, these became more complex, leading to what we recognize as living cells today. Energy sources for early life. For these early cells or protocells to maintain life, they needed energy. This energy might have come from hydrothermal vents. Some theories suggest life began near hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, where mineral-rich water provided the right conditions and energy sources for chemical reactions. Sunlight and chemical energy. Other theories suggest that early life forms might have used chemical energy from the Earth's surface or sunlight, similar to modern photosynthesis. 3. How did the first cell come into existence? The exact process by which non-living matter transitioned into a living cell is still under investigation, but it involves self-organization. Simple molecules can naturally organize themselves into more complex structures. For example, phospholipids can spontaneously form membranes. Self-replication. The ability to replicate is a key feature of life. RNA or another molecule may have been the first replicator that carried out this process in primitive cells. Natural selection. Once these early molecules could replicate, those that were better at doing so would have had a survival advantage. Over millions of years, this process of natural selection could have led to increasingly complex molecules and eventually the first living cells. 4. Alternative theories. There are other hypotheses about the origin of the first cell and life. Panspermia. This theory suggests that life didn't start on Earth, but was brought here by meteorites or comets containing organic compounds or even microorganisms. However, it doesn't solve the question of how life began, but simply shifts it to another location in the universe. Clay hypothesis. Some researchers propose that life originated from chemical reactions on the surfaces of clay minerals, which provided a structure for organic molecules to organize and form early life forms.